When we last communicated with you about a month ago, we were just about to put in our second application for a mortgage here in Spain. And we were quite optimistic. We just had a really positive conversation with the bank manager, and we were under the impression that it was a fairly straightforward process. Unfortunately, in the weeks since then, we've put the application in and it's been denied for a second time. We went back to the bank manager and we processed this at some length. The reasons for it being declined are slightly different to the first time. But it does seem to be that for now, this is definitely a definitive no to the possibility of getting a mortgage here in Spain. So over the last couple of weeks, we were obviously shocked, disappointed, and we've spent some time processing this and praying about it and talking to friends, which is why we haven't communicated openly just yet. But certainly as we've prayed and as we've thought about this, we recognise that a no from the bank is certainly not a no from God to move ahead with the vision that's in our hearts or with this particular property. So over this last couple of weeks, as we've processed and prayed with our advisory group and with other people, we can't say for certain that we know God is going to provide for this particular property, but we very much feel absolute confirmation and peace in the vision that God is unfolding in our hearts over the last months. And so we do feel very at peace with pressing ahead with what we feel we should be doing. What does this mean in practice, you might be asking? Well, firstly, we still love this property and it still feels very good for what we want to do. And so we're continuing to press ahead with it and with our desire to buy it. At this point, if we're to buy this property, we have already received 50% essentially of the asking price, which means we need to raise the other 50% through donations and maybe private loans. So we need, if we're to go ahead with this property, we need £150,000 more to purchase it. We are going to continue in that direction until or unless God shows us otherwise. And we're still very much in a place of faith that God is at work. I think there are many indicators of this. Firstly, the vendor is still very favourable to us. Secondly, we have many opportunities still to be coming alongside people in ways in which we will be doing so in the future from the Place of Springs. So for example, even this week as a couple, we're debriefing another couple online. So we have many opportunities to be doing the things that we want to do from this property. And I think another encouraging sign is just the generosity of so many of you who've come around us in this vision through words of encouragement and through generous giving. So right now we are waiting to see what God would do. We would love you, please, to continue to pray with us. Do communicate with us any words of encouragement, any sense of wisdom or insight you might have. And if you sense God inviting you to give towards this outstanding amount for the provision of this particular property, then you can do so. And we would love if you would like to partner with us. I trust you sense with us in this that God is somehow in the waiting period, that we don't need to be afraid of the waiting, and that God is at work even when we don't see it. So thank you for standing with us and for continuing in this journey of faith with us. It is a journey, it is an adventure, and right now we're waiting, and we do so in prayer, but with encouragement. Thank you.